Look, I understand that this game against the, you know, Toronto Raptors was a close one. But this Brooklyn Nets team is hitting their stride. They are looking good. Phenomenal squad, and really, I think one of, if not the most dangerous team in the Eastern Conference, with the rest of the teams that I've been saying that are the most dangerous teams in the Eastern Conference. Like the Sixers, the Heat, Bulls, the Nets, the Knicks are the top five seeds right now in the East. And so with the Wizards as well as six. And I think those are really the six most dangerous teams in the East. And I think you can also throw in there the Bucks and the Hawks being the top eight teams as the teams that are most likely going to be the playoff teams. And you could argue the Nets did struggle to begin the year, but they have been turning it around. Currently, the Nets rank fourth in defensive rating. Okay, so Brooklyn Nets fans, please stand up. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys think of this Brooklyn Nets win, like against the Raptors, or the Brooklyn Nets just in general? If you look at the Brooklyn Nets, they're now on what, like a 4 or 5 game win streak. And what's been phenomenal about this is James Harden has changed his style of play. James Harden only went to the free throw line this game, okay, 6 times. And James Harden's starting to take pull-ups and just starting to play similar brand of basketball that he was playing in his first years in Houston before he started foul baiting in his last few years in Oklahoma City, looking to take shots instead of drawing fouls. And now, look, the Brooklyn Nets fans need to understand this is a really good defensive team. And this is something that I was scared about. This team's identity is built off being defensively better than other people, and their players are displaying it on the court and are just physically imposing, hard-nosed, and have relentless efforts night in and night out from DeAndre Bembry, he was closing out the game tonight with the starting lineup because he cares about rebounding, he cares about defense, and he knows when to make the right pass. Same thing with Bruce Brown Jr., same thing with Blake Griffin, Kevin Durant, and even James Harden are all making their presence felt on the defensive end of the floor, and the statistics are backing it up. While allowing only 103.3 points per game, the Nets are currently ranked in the league as fourth best in defensive rating according to NBA.com. Overall, the team has a defensive rating of 103 that is approaching the Chicago Bulls and the Clippers to keep on moving up that list. And Bembry has been the most productive on that end of the floor, okay, for Brooklyn. He currently holds the best defensive efficiency on that team at 97.9. As for Harden, he's playing the best defense in his entire career, beginning with this campaign. His defensive efficiency sits at 100.13 at a career best, and he's averaging 1.1 steals with a block a game. And it doesn't even end there. The Nets have veterans who are playing good defense. Okay, Blake Griffin has drawn 6 charges, one short of Derek White, who has 7, who leads the league in most drawn charges. And it's going to be interesting to see how this league will adapt to the Brooklyn Nets as their offense starts to come together, because they're already looking like they're coming in sync. Okay, and in this night, like Joe Harris, who hasn't been super successful shooting the three-point ball, started to fall tonight. Kevin Durant's their Batman. James Harden's his Robin. They don't need Kyrie. Blake Griffin hit a double-double tonight. Blake Griffin looking like the perfect modern-day center. And then Bruce Brown is awesome. He's their little, glue guy. And then they got their glue guy off the bench in DeAndre Bembry. They got Patty Mills as their sixth man. LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap didn't really play tonight, but LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin have done a fantastic job rotating there. And Bembry even plays some small ball 5. This team is just really, really good, okay? And I think people aren't giving them the credit that I think that they deserve, okay? And it's unreal, okay? I think this is a team that people aren't giving them the credit that they need. They're a really good defensive team, okay? The Brooklyn Nets, okay, are a team that they're going to beat you by being more physically imposing, and they're going to force you to beat them by outscoring them, okay? And that's going to be hard. And they don't even have Kyrie. They don't even need Kyrie, okay? They have Kevin Durant and James Harden being their duo, and then really Joe Harris and Patty Mills are rounding out with 11 and 10 points. But Nick Claxton got sent to the G League. What do you guys think of that? Is that weird? Why was Nick Claxton sent to the G League, okay? It's kind of sad because they reassigned this man who was averaging 6.5 points, 5.5 rebounds. He wasn't great, but he's been away with a non-COVID related illness. Is it because he just needs to train and ramp up? That's what they said. But executives have been saying that, Claxton has been struggling out the gate and he could be on the move. I mean, if they can get a a better asset, a more win now asset, I think they would. But hey, I don't know. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Do you guys like agree with me that the Brooklyn Nets are a good team? Fourth in defensive rating.